Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video for Conan Exiles. Obviously this is a guide in which I'm going to be showing you how to solo the Rhino King. So, if you folks enjoy this video, please do not forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And why not, check out some of my other videos here on this channel, who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Southtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Now, the best way to solo the Rhino King, the best way to fight the Rhino King as a general thing is through the use of a trap. Simply because if you try to go head to head with that thing, you will get stuck on its horn or the hitbox on its horn or nose or face, whatever, meaning you won't be able to move, and that kind of sucks because you can't get out of the damage that thing dishes out. So this is a trap. He spawns over there. I will talk you through the trap. If you haven't watched my other videos, I will obviously explain what's going on here. So this is what I'm going to use as a trap. It is a 5x8 roughly design. You can make it longer if you wish, but 5x8 is sufficient. On the outer side, we've got stacked foundation steps at the end where I'm going to go up, and obviously palisade walls going around the edges of the foundation. So obviously we want the middle or the third row of foundations to be empty, and you want to place your palisade walls kind of like there. So you want that edge touching that line on the foundations, because that will allow you to get through, but will not allow you not allow the bosses to get through, or any other creatures for that matter. On the outside, I've got some ceilings just to give me that extra room in case I need to maneuver around, and at the end I've got a bit of a base. You can make it as big or as little as I want. I went for a 5x3 base, and up here I've got a thrall, which I'll explain to you what happens with that later. I've got a bed and some storage space for stuff that I may need, and this is my thrall. It is a Black Hand Captain, which has a legendary bow and 3 stacks of poison arrows. These are obviously snake arrows, and to unlock the snake arrows you need to be, I think, level 30 to unlock the second tier of the set altar, which will allow you to craft these things, and they only require twigs or branches, so they are effectively quite easy to farm. So this is what the boss looks like. He is bigger than your normal rhino. He is obviously darker in color as well, and he only has 1 giant horn on his nose, whereas the other ones tend to have 2. So this is him. He does have a charge, so do be careful for that. It is an absolute pain, and you don't want to fight him, like I said, on the ground or head to head, because it will suck. He does have a very derpy hitbox on which you will get stuck, and that is primarily to do with that stupid horn. And yeah, not fun at all. Okay, so with that said and done, we are going to kite it. As this guy does have a charge, I want to be as far away from him as humanly possible. So the moment he spawns into my view, I'm going to try and hit him with an arrow from a distance. I will creep closer if I need to. Obviously for this I'm going to be using normal arrows. You can use whatever arrow you want. If you do use snake arrows, it will just apply poison damage to it. The snake arrows themselves don't do that much damage. I don't know if that hit. That didn't look like a hit. So let's give that another go. For some odd reason, my arrows don't seem to be hitting him, unless he's got a proper derpy hitbox. Also do be aware that, of course, in this area we also get crocodiles spawning in. There we go, that hit, but he's not moving. Brilliant. Oh, he's moving. So am I. Time to go. So you will see, because of how I placed my thrall on a ceiling that comes outwards, the moment the rhino comes into view, she will start peppering him with arrows. That should get his aggro. There we go. Whoop. He's a happy rhino there. He's stuck on the palisade walls. I'm going to put that behind him, And that's that. He is now in the trap. Be careful, he will hit the foundations. And so therefore I suggest building the cone end of the palisade wall at least 2 foundations away from where you placed your step, so that way he doesn't hit your foundations. He may destroy the foundations. He will do a nose headbutt. Obviously after you fight this guy, make sure that you repair any and all damage. Now he shouldn't last very long, as you can see just from the time of me going to pick up my arrows. He has already taken a significant amount of damage. Do bear in mind this is a boss and he has a ton of HP. Sometimes he will do this thing, he will run and try and hit something, and as you can see, you can hear the noise of him hitting something, so do be careful. Now I did place my palisade, or the cone end of the palisade wall a bit close to the foundations that are basically over there, or so close to these foundations, but it's okay. If he does damage it, it's only sandstone. It's quite cheap to fix and repair and rebuild if I need to. Not that expensive. So he is now focused, as you can see, on my thrall rather than on me, who is probably doing more damage to it than I am, but that's okay. So this guy shouldn't last very long. I will also show you where his chest is. Obviously by killing and harvesting him, you will get a skeleton key, which then will be used to unlock a chest that can be found next to where the boss spawns. In that chest, of course, you will find legendary items, primarily weapons. And to unlock that chest, of course, you will need to be level 60. And so I just thought I might as well add this information for those that do not know it. So at the moment, I'm just gonna pepper him with arrows. I'm using normal arrows, whereas my thrall is using snake arrows. Now, because she's constantly hitting him, he is constantly going to have 10 stacks of poison on him. Now normally for a normal creature or even a mini boss, 10 stacks of poison is pretty darn powerful and does a lot of damage. Obviously this guy has a crazy amount of HP as well, so it will take a while for him to go down, but he will eventually. Obviously if you're not comfortable with the amount of palisade walls, you can double up on the cone end, so put maybe 2 or 3 of them just in case it does break them. I did build my trap a bit longer, and as you saw, you don't need to make it that long, but I would probably recommend maybe a 5x8 for the trap itself, and then obviously attach a base. I found that the best thing that works is having the base at the end of the trap where I placed it there, because you can put a ceiling, as you saw there, and put a thrall on it. You can have multiple thralls shooting at it if you want. Obviously this is a trap, and if you are on the PvP server, moving thralls around can be a bit of a pain, so do bear that in mind. Obviously I enjoy the PvE side of games a lot, especially for this game, because it does have an interesting lore and story to discover. I'm not much of a PvP player, so not a big worry for me. Plus I will have this thrall follow me around, peppering things with poison arrows while I do the tanking. So just under half health, not much more to go. The Rhino does do that charge from time to time, but it's really not efficient. I do want to try and get him to look at me, but he's not bothered about that. I don't think he cares that much. He's more focused on my thrall at the moment, but that's fine. He's not broken anything yet. But as I said, do bear in mind, make sure to repair any damage this guy does. So I'm going to try and play around with him. I'm just going to try and use an axe or something to try and attack. Okay, that kind of didn't work so well. He kind of moved out and lost the bleed damage, but it's okay. Well, hey. See, that way I like him. But if he's facing the base, he'll do that stupid charge, which annoys me. Okay, he is nearly dead anyways. Not much more to go. At the moment, he's a bit confused, doesn't really quite know what to do, so I'm just going to have a bit of fun and try and put piercings in his ear, because hey, why not? This does also give us an idea of how his hitbox is designed, and if you watched my White Tiger Boss video, you'll know that that one has a bit of a weird hitbox, because you have to aim above the tiger's ears to actually put an arrow through his ear. So that kind of gives you an idea of how his hitbox is. This one seems to be quite okay. I suppose it is because of his size. He's probably bigger, which kind of makes sense, but whatever. He is nearly there. It was ridiculously easy to get him done this way. And as you can see, minimal effort. A bit of time invested in building the trap, but that is what it is. So at this point, of course, I'm going to spray him with arrows. He's nearly dead. And so I just wanted to be economical on the arrows. They do take resources up to craft a lot more than, of course, the snake arrows. Are quite cheap to do those. And here we go. Hack them up. And that's what I got. I got a Z, got a key, got a lot of exotic flesh, which is good for, of course, taming animals. If you want, you can cook it, whatever. Float your boat, whatever you want to do with it. But there's loads to be had. So I'm going to show you where his chest is. I'm going to get my wonderful mace out, because I absolutely love this thing. Another legendary item that I got from the chests. And one thing I like about it is the fact that at night I use this as a torch. It does create a bit of light. Maybe not as great as a torch, but yeah, it still helps. So this is what I got. Got daggers. That's good, because I did need me some daggers. And that is what the chest is. Obviously, I am level 60, so you can obviously loot it at level 60. That is pretty much it for this video. That is how you do this guy really easily. The trap is, I know, a bit more complex, but this is a trap that you can use over and over again. If you folks have enjoyed this video and found it useful and informative, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And why not, check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.